Hi, I'm Nelani Nettrour, and I'm reading to you from my book, The Imagynairs of Jemmidar. It is Book 1, and it's illustrated by Autumn I. Nettrour. It is dedicated to the amazing variety of all of creation. Come and meet the Imagynairs. On Jemmidar they roam. Some are creatures of the sea, or of the land, the sky or tree. Most can do amazing things. Some have petals, some have wings, but to each Jemmidar is home. Their names are varied, as are they, and they live in places like Mount Zrome, or Salmonian Sea, or Cleca Moss. But don't let that put you at a loss, for soon you will know a glack from a zree, a fitzel or izzip from the andree, and maybe even a poem. The andree are a bird-like creature, with splendid colors bright. They can make themselves grow, sometimes they even glow, or at other times they shrink, and in the time it takes to blink, they almost fade from sight. Belta is a different creature, who's comfortable in day or in night. No matter how dark it may be, they always manage to see. At other times their eyes change, and their senses somehow rearrange when the sun becomes too bright. Calmecs with their paddle tails are filled with emotions rare, but to others they give a sense of calm, as if it were a healing balm. And when they sail through the sky, others will often look up high, their soothing flight to share. A dreet is a creature of the sea, spending most of its time there, but it often comes upon the sands, and frolics on the drier lands, and that is where their eggs they lay, and to nest on them they will stay, until tiny dreets hatch and crawl everywhere. The endo is another, who is varied indeed, hardly looking like each other, or even like their father or mother. But one thing that all endo do is disappear and appear like new, sometimes in fun, sometimes in need. The little fitzel is very smart, and often take the lead. With their eyes so big and wide, untruth can never hide. Their joyous laughter sounds like popping, and to get about they take to hopping. To learn joy, the fitzel I'd heed. The glack is a creature of gigantic size. In the Zrome mountain peaks they nest, with pointed teeth so sharp and strong, they crush their food before too long. But despite a look that's fearsome, they are really rather cheersome, though more enormous than the rest. The humtu is a creature coiled, with more than their share of zest. They sing songs throughout the night that make the others feel all right. But when they speak, you cannot hear. It's in your head and not your ear. But for them, it's the way that's best. The izzip are tiny creatures who, although rather small, can still do amazing things and use their bodies instead of wings. When they want to go up high, they puff themselves and they can fly, or release the swell when they want to fall. Don't be deceived when you see a Jurak. They are not what they appear at all, for they are neither human nor snake, although for either one might mistake. They care for their young like you or me, but in the high cliffs you'll mostly see the newborns with parents on call. In the Pred Mountains you'll find the Caresp. Graceful and beautiful they are. With melodious voices they sing. High in the sky they take wing, lending their songs to the breeze. Many will listen from trees to get closer since they are so far. The Lesp are a creature of the water. Nothing their happiness will mar. When they are whisking all about, their head is the biggest without a doubt. Their thin little bodies seem hardly there, and they don't seem to be aware what a strange sight to others they are. The Mebe is a creature so very small that the tiniest of flowers is its home. Flying about near the ground, you'd think a seed head was sailing around. It's hard to make out the creature, it is true, but if you look closely, you'll know who is who. For far from their flower, they never will roam. The Nepu live in the Salmonian Sea. Their corn silk tendrils the waters comb. They are tinier than a tadpole. They swim upright, but sometimes roll. When the red-orange water is rushing by, it can often upturn them, and they don't know why. They never guess it's from all that foam. The Olds love the violet sea best, although they're found in them all. This sea serpent type creature is very big, bigger than a sailing rig. They love to travel together. They are seen swimming no matter the weather, and will often respond to a call. The Pret may be smaller than some, but to others they seem very tall. They catch a ride quite a lot on a flying creature rather than not. And once they are so very high, they let go, and with their sail wings they fly, drifting down gently rather than fall. The Quord, though a creature of water deep, is often seen floating on top. It is larger than most creatures there, but its large size it gladly will share. The young ones love to ride it best, and others will often take a rest when they find they need to stop. The Reap play in the water most of the day. They love to jump, splash, and hop. At night, under the stars they sleep, in nests that are both soft and deep, woven of plopped grass and cleca moss, which where they live there's never a loss. Into them happily they drop. The Suna are large creatures of the sky. A rainbow of colors are they. When they land on a branch, they look like a flower, bursting with color, pulsating with power. And when many have gathered on one tree, A more spectacular sight you'll rarely see, and we hope for a while they will stay. The toque are a creature of water and mud. Walk carefully and see one you may. Though in the mud they mostly live, hardly a notice they will give. Then out of the mud they will jump, no longer a misshapen lump, to swim along their merry way. The live in the black grid mountains. They are creatures of the night. They sleep in the caves by day, but when it's dark they come out to play. They glisten and glimmer in the sky. In the highest heights is where they fly. To see them dance is an impressive sight. The Vaz are very regal creatures who weave fabric that is just right. Any who desire to look grand, have them make outfits by their own hand, for they make fabric the softest around, and only from them are the rare colors found, especially those vibrant and bright. When the webs are still upon the soil, from the plants they are hard to tell, but they can get up and walk, and they listen and they talk. Varied as the leaves they are, but for them wilting will never mar the perfection that they know so well. The Zing are a lovable creature who live in the grasslands of Kel. Their gentle joy sends others their way, and with the Zing it's a pleasure to play. They can float when they don't want to run, and when many are floating it's a whole lot of fun, and their laughter rings as a bell. The Yak are bejeweled creatures who farm gems from the sea. In the center of those starfish jewels grow, causing the water to glimmer and glow. When the sun shines down, the colors flicker all around, filling those who see it with glee. The Zri are creatures of wondrous voice. They sleep during the day under the ocean of Dree. But when twilight begins to fall, they all come out as if on call, and ride upon the waves so soft, singing while they're held aloft, their music flowing splendidly. The Alio spend most of their time in the air. They are light-hearted and full of fun. Groups of them will gather and play, and they don't chase others away, for any are welcome to join in and share in the fun, lose or win, until the setting of the sun. The Breep live in the trees of the forest of Gondo Run. They are teachers of the past, and instill knowledge that is meant to last. Many come to listen close, and gain knowledge and wisdom dose by dose, and discover that learning is never done. The Krend are creatures of the clouds. They never leave the sky. So many of them are everywhere that to be without one would be rare. They may be large or small, or most any shape at all, but they always are up high. The Dop enjoy many things, and many places they will fly. Although they can walk and swim, and run and chase on just a whim, they seem to love the sky the best, and take to it with zeal and zest. Sometimes so fast they whiz on by. This is just the beginning, though we seem near the end. For on Jemmidar are more creatures of wondrous ways, filling their places through nights and through days, each with their own story to tell. And although I know each one so well, for now I'll leave them at this bend. At another time we'll learn of them. In another story we'll find more than one friend. But until that time, enjoy this book. Read it again and take another look. For many stories are hidden there. Some of them later with you I'll share. So though this is over, it's not really the end.